in the second equation? Somebody tell me what something that their partner said. Chelsea.
Kylie said that you could combine like terms.
Where?
You just combine maybe two, and that's what you add both of the equations to.
Okay.
Which is,
We're going to look at that kind of situation in the future, okay? Right now we're going to focus on substitution, okay? But you're thinking, and I think that's wonderful. Maya.
Said to solve the first equation by adding 2x on both sides. So you do, for the second line it'll be, For the second line, it'll be 2y equals positive 2x plus 16. And then from there you keep on. And then then you're going to solve the second equation. To get y along above.
Okay, when you were talking about the first equation, you said solve it, but specifically for which variable?
Y.
Y?
Yeah.
So you say solve for y, the first equation? Somebody, I'm going to take one more response. Dejana?
Okay, so I said I solved the second equation first, and then I solved the first equation. No, I solved the second equation first, and then I plugged in for x in the first equation, and then had to figure out y after that.
Okay. Were we paying attention, close attention to what Dejana just said?
Mm-hmm.
Dejana, can you just repeat it really quickly, and I want somebody else to comment on this, okay? Nice and loud.
Dejana said to solve the second equation first, and then figure out what x equals, and then plug it into the first equation.
Okay. Somebody else comment on what Dejana just said? Nice and loud, Mamadou.
It's kind of like what you said. Dejana is kind of the same as what Maya said about solve for x for the first equation, because you're trying to find the system for the so either way would.
Okay. I agree with Mamadou, except the fact that it wasn't really what Maya said. It was actually it's the same thing that Melissa said, right? Melissa and Damani. Okay? Because basically, Dejana is saying solve for x, and that's basically the same thing as saying you're isolating x, right? Okay? And Rafi, go ahead, what were you going to say?
Well, I was going to say instead of isolating x, isolate y, because you got to solve for that.
Okay, you're saying isolate. Say it one more time, nice and loud.
Isolate y, because you're actually solving for the variables.
You want to isolate y so that you can solve for x, okay? So these are all really intelligent things that you're thinking. Your brains are turning about all this stuff, okay? Out of habit, I think, right, Rafi, that you're used to solving for x, but did we see examples where we could solve for y and then figure out what x is? Yeah. We saw both examples, right? It doesn't really matter which one it is, right? So essentially, at the end of the day, what you need is one of the variables isolated, right? And I think I agree with Damani and Melissa in saying that I would isolate x in the second equation, right? And Dejana, and whomever else said that, right? Because it's just easier, right? Look how close x is to being isolated, right? Who's the only thing that needs to be moved in order to isolate that x?
2y.
Taina? 2y, right? 2y needs to be isolated. Or 2y needs to be moved. So if I have x